everyone, welcome back to my live stream. Oh my god, I have never had that happen before in so many years of streaming. My PC completely froze, except my mouse was happily moving all around the screen with no problem, but everything else was absolutely unresponsive. Hello, Exy. Thank you for the welcome. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for your patience while I got my PC restarted. I have not had to do this in so long. I had to just hold down the power button because nothing that I know to do was working. Even just waiting, I decided maybe it'll work through it in a minute. Right? That's the only time I ever remember this happening for any reason. Oh, it's a little unnerving. Let me respond to you in the Discord just in case anybody else looking at the Discord only will see my response. Oh man. What a thing. What a thing to happen. Half of what I feared happened. So I was actually praising it, and I am impressed. Photoshop has a recovered file for me. It got to this point, so I'm still gonna have to redo. So it had the recovery file went until I got to, I don't know, 3/5 of the way. So I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of stuff over again, but that's okay. It's better than having to do it all over again. And let's save it now. Let's save the recover file as the main file. No, this goes in visual artwork, and this is, oh no, it goes in projects. Ranger emotes, that's right. And this is the cute ranger. So we're gonna save over. Yep. There we go. Okay, PC. I'm relying on you. Let's do this. What the heck? My PC is not that old. It's good. It's a good machine. I'm not running a bunch of programs, as you can see down here, with Photoshop, Lazy Nezumi, OBS, and Firefox. They're all necessary for this stream, so anyway, Exley, thank you so much for being patient while I figured this out. Wow. Oh, that's so weird. All my settings are back to where they were. Look, the opacity is back to 50%. So it saved the progress I made in the file, but it didn't save the changes I made to the tools I was using. This is very interesting. Man, I hope I don't have that happen again. Exy, you got this, PC. You can do it. Dang. I've just been having bad luck with technology today. Let me tell you about this morning. Every morning, I wake up, take my earplugs out, and I sit up in my bed. I grab my free write traveler and write a sleep log. So it's like journaling. I journal about how my sleep went and maybe thoughts about what I want to do today, stuff like that. So I grabbed my traveler as usual. It had the light on the side, amber light, where the cord was plugged in. So I keep it plugged in overnight. It has a really good battery life, but why not just plug it in? So I plugged it in overnight, unplugged it. Amber light went off. That's normal because it's not plugged in anymore. I opened it up. The light next to the power button turned on, which is what happens when it turns on. But the screensaver didn't go away. So even though the light was on as if the traveler was on, it wasn't doing anything. I couldn't type. I tried pressing the power button. I tried plugging it. in and out and opening and closing it again, trying to get it to wake up, and it wouldn't wake up. So eventually I had to like get up out of bed, go get my phone, look up some troubleshooting tips. Eventually it was an easy fix. I found that you can reboot it by holding down the power button for 15 seconds. I did that and it worked. The light, when I plugged it in, turned on again. The light next to the power button, when I opened it, turned on again. And the screensaver went away and I was able to type at last. So that was this morning. And now this weird issue with my PC. Oh, okay. Yay, I'm not alone. I'm not alone, and I'm not causing trouble. That's really heartening to know. Especially as a small streamer, it's not like I have a giant budget to just like buy a new PC whenever something happens or something, you know. I've been thinking about my laptop because my laptop is where I do video calls for meetings and whatever. And it turns out I can no longer update the video driver. That's how old it is. The video driver... So this is just yet another story about how I'm having the worst luck with technology recently. It was when I was trying to record my vegan Toastmasters speech to put on YouTube. I was able to just stream in a Zoom call the speech, and that was perfectly fine. That went well. I got great feedback. Nobody said that I should work on my setup in order to make the speech better or something. But when I went to record, OBS said it couldn't record because the drivers were so out of date, the video card drivers. And I go to update them, and they just won't. It just either gives me an error that says could not continue, like a really generic, completely unhelpful error. It says could not continue in installation, and then it quits. Or the last thing that happened was that it said installing, it said preparing to install, and I just left it, and all night long it sat there, and that's all it said. It just, for over 24 hours, sat on preparing to install. So I really do think I need a new laptop, but I don't have the budget for it right now, so I'm just hoping it can just keep it together for my video calls, and I'll continue doing recording stuff via my PC. Oh, really? Oh, I'm so glad. Wow. I'm so glad to hear that. That's such a relief because I've been really, you probably get the feeling by now because I've just been complaining about it for the past 5 minutes. That it bothers me. I'm worried. I'm worried about it, but that's good. It's good to know. I want to give people a good experience, and that means having a stable stream. Also, it's better for my satisfaction. Just makes me feel better too. Though I still don't know what the heck is the problem with my bitrate. You know how a few months ago I used to always have green, it's because it says live and then it says unstable next to it. And then there's a little bitrate bar at the top of the stream manager for me here on Twitch, and it's always in the red. But that only started this year. I don't know what the deal is. Until now it was always in the green. But since you say that my stream is one of the most stable ever, then I don't need to worry about the bitrate thing. I've tried everything to fix that. So I was just like hoping that it doesn't cause any problems. I'm going to save after I finish this time in case I'm cursed or something. I'm super glad that it mostly saved everything. Like, I don't know. I lost less than half of the progress that I had made. So let's save it real quick. Which button is save? Okay, so this one is save. I think that's saved. Yep, it says right here at the bottom. Saved, yay. Hooray! I wonder if, hold on, I just want to see, out of curiosity. I'm going to open my folder that my video files go into. I wonder if that's recording even saved. Oh, there is a file in there. So I'm going to watch this after this stream. See if it's worth posting. But it'll be interesting if it is, and then I'll have two YouTube videos today. That'll be a first. I think. I mean, I have been streaming for so long, maybe it's not a first. Since 2018. At least I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I want to check. I was just looking at it since the other day I needed to move my files over to my storage drive. Yep. Here they are. All my recordings is 2018. And I've streamed at least a few times every year. It was very inconsistent in these years. 2019 to 21 was me finishing my university degree, so those ones don't have as many. Oh, I'm not trying to make that bigger. I'm going to drag this over here. Back over here. So, what I'm saying is maybe I actually have had something like this happen before and I just don't remember because it's been so long. But it's definitely the only time it's happened in my memory. Okay. So what I need is my here it is. My first emote, which is the one I use for the colors, for my color source. Pink. Is this mouth open? It is. So we got to put some pink in here. All right. So what I had done, another reason why I like to use this file as an example is not just to pull the colors, but to see the process that I use, which was clip a layer to the base layer, but also just lock the pixels. And some of my more complicated illustration files, I will make each color its own layer, but instead it's just color groupings get their own layer. So now that I know that, let's make the pink layer since there is pink on this one. Pink. And we're going to lock the cream pixels. I don't know if we necessarily need to do that, but let's just do it for consistency. And then clip, create clipping mask. So now the pink will not spread outside of the cream. Although it doesn't really matter here because there's not any empty pixels to draw on, but it's good to be consistent with it because then you don't forget to do it on a later layer where it actually does matter. All right, we're going to choose, let's see. Should I pick this color or should I pick this one? I think this is the base color. Oh, I don't know which color to start with. This one? And then this is highlight on top, or should I start with this color and just add 3 layers? No, that's not 3 layers. Yeah, let's start with this one. Because I realized this color in the middle is actually the lines, and I colored it a different color. So we've got, this is the main color. I like to do 2 levels of shadow and then 1 level of highlight. Okay, I remembered my process. Instead of eraser, we want the brush. Hard round pressure size, yes. Opacity 100, yes. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the outside, which is color it in and then erase away. Oh, Oh, my neck just popped. Oh, wow, with all of that excitement with my PC, I just realized they seem to be done cutting that tree down. I haven't seen. Maybe they're just taking a break. But there's no more of that droning noise anymore. Hooray! It wasn't the worst. I've had to put up with worse annoying noises, but it was still a little grating. That seems good. Let's do my favorite thing and put a stroke layer on just to make sure there's no stray pixels. And instead of deleting this revelatory layer, I'm going to simply turn it off so that I can drag it onto other layers as I move on. So now we want to lock these pixels so that when we go to shade and highlight, we won't be coloring outside of where we want to keep it. But the next layer should be the fur red, which is a slightly different color from the eye red. So which color is the base color for the fur? Oh, this one, because here's the highlight colors. This is the base color. Oh, come on. Okay, and we're calling it fur red. All of that excitement made me feel like it should be way later in my stream, but it's only been about 40 minutes. I'm wondering if it might be helpful to go to there's some way to put these next to each other. I don't remember how. Or at least just put this in the corner. I feel like there was some way. Oh, okay. I feel like there used to be some way to make this fit to here, but I guess not. I guess I don't know how. Come on, I just want to make this smaller. Make this smaller and make this smaller. There. So I can just see the fur pattern for adding onto this part. So I'm going to draw this out into its own layer too. Into its own window. Oh, what was that? Can I do... What if I do this? Oh, it just makes it take up the whole thing. That's not what I wanted. Put this over here. Oop. And now, oh, it might be easier if I put it over here. Since I'm left-handed, I prefer to work more on the right-hand side of the screen because if I have to work on the left-hand side of the screen, my hand is covering it up. So that is why I'm trying to get this. Why is this stuck on here? What the heck? What if I minus this and come back up? Will it be gone? No! What the heck? I'm cursed. Today I am cursed. This is just stuck on here. It's this. It's from this. But it's not going away. It's not going away. See, it comes up. It's this thing, but it says stuck on here. Why? Why? This is definitely a unique stream. Okay, I think I have to, well, at least I don't have to end the stream again. I am going to save this file. Maybe saving will make it go away. Nope, it's still there. Save that file, close it, close that one. Let's try opening them again. Nope, it's still there. That is so weird. Because as you can see... Oh, nope, it's still there. It's stuck on here. Photoshop. Alright, we're going to close Photoshop. Ah, it went away. Saw that? It was right here on San's hand, but disappeared when Photoshop. Let's open Photoshop again. Exy, I'm struggling. I am having so much trouble today. Ah, at least it's gone. There was a little window stuck here and it wouldn't go away, no matter what I did. Oh, here go my fans on my computer, on my PC tower. What is this emote you put? Ah! That's funny. Oh, that is how I feel today. At least it's Friday. It's good to have, if weird stuff like this is gonna happen, like I've been dealing with all day today, let it be on Friday so that it's over quickly. I could refresh over the weekend. Okay, so I'm gonna reset my space. My little reference image there. Pull this into its own window here. Now maybe we can get going. Oh, super weird. It selected the wrong color. At least this way I can even select the color I want without having to switch. It's just right there. I should work this way more often. I didn't think about it until recently. I forgot that you can... Oh, no. I forgot that you can pull these down into their own little windows. And I have a lovely big workspace, as you can see, so there's plenty of room if I just need a reference over in the corner like this. Just want this like 40%. I want it to fill the space, but still show a little bit of space around it. Alright, that's good. Goodness. What a trial. What a trial it's been today. It's not terrible, but... Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Ranger has these little marks under her eyes. And up across the bridge of her nose. But the way her face is angled, I don't know that we'd be able to see them very much. Because the muzzle, or her nose and her mouth is tilting up. And so it would be blocking the red, I think, except for like over in the corner. So let's... And yeah, even the angle is making the ears be really close to where the red would be. Even though here you can see a huge amount of space between the red of the ears and the red down here. So maybe we'll do some... I didn't clip it. Create clipping mask. There, you could see what create clipping mask does. I had drawn outside, but by clipping it to the cream layer, it doesn't allow anything to be visible beyond the cream layer. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it like this. So right around here, the muzzle will be covering. And of course, the pattern doesn't have to be absolutely exactly perfect each time. I think overall, if the effect is, oh, look, it's Ranger, even though it's slightly different from time to time, that's fine. So I'm going to draw more red than I need. There's a lot of it. I will just leave, and then the black fur layer will go on top. It's better to have more and then cover it up than to not have enough and then have to go back and draw more. So in fact, with that kind of thinking in mind, let's just color the ear all the way in. So I'm getting this little edge right here that's inside her ear. Alright, I don't feel confident about this shape on her chest. I'm pretty sure there's a little more to it. So I'm going to, actually instead of doing it there, I'm going to open over on my secondary monitor. Another reference image. I'm pretty sure it's in the same projects folder as this file I'm working on. Yeah. Ranger previous images. There's, maybe I look at one that's... Wow, it's really evolved over the years. So here's the very first version I ever drew of Ranger. Look, I even just named it Chibi. I had not named her yet. She's Chibi. Then the second one I made was, wow, 4 years later. Let me see. In January. So here she is. Same media. Ink, marker, or no. This is back when I was doing fully colored pencil. I wasn't doing marker yet. She's much cuter, yeah. She's grown into the even more cuter. So this is 4 years later. She's got more defined fur pattern, because here is just sort of mixing with the black and kind of, but here it's much more defined. This pattern right here. She looks much more like herself. Of course, my own style is changing as the years go by, too. And then this one, drawn in the same year, but a few months... No, not even months, just a few weeks. Wait, what? No, apparently only a few days. A few days later. I drew these because I was making examples of what does physical media look like? What does digital media look like? And so I did one of each. This is the one that I use for the overall reference of what her fur pattern should look like. But I wanted to take a look at these two. This one is so old. We'll just... Original Ranger, she's evolved past that. But this one is from the front. Oh, this one's from the side, so... Well, I guess this part's still from the side. So it just helps me get an idea of, like, what are the possibilities that I have already opened up with my previous drawings of her. So I'm thinking about, will this little chevron shape show up? I don't think it will. It's so far down on her chest. I think it's just going to be this little circle shape. This one here. You can sort of see it here. It's more circular than oval. It's more oval over here. I guess it just depends on how her fur grew out that day. I'm just looking at these, deciding if I want to keep one, both, or none of these open. If this will be enough. If the reference that I already have open is enough. At least I can get OBS back up so I can be sure that it's, my stream is going nicely. Let's scoot that up and then move this over here onto my secondary monitor. There. I can just gaze at that once in a while if I'm feeling uncertain. But I do think, now that I've looked at it, there will be more visible of this chest marking, or neck marking, I guess it is, on this one, the new one. Oh, how are we going to do this? So it starts right about at this first line here. We'll draw the overall shape and race away. So the overall shape is kind of like a bib or something. And then there's that oval shape in the middle. This is another one where the black can help define that bottom edge of the red. So just add more red than I need. I wonder if I should just leave it like this and then come back and refine the edges in a bit after I've added the black on top. No, at least I want this oval shape to be in here. How about that? Something like that. Yeah, I think I will. I'm just going to let it be roughly colored, and then we'll come back in a bit. Oh, I don't know what it's actually called in my other one. I like to keep it consistent. Oh, eye red, but I was thinking the eyes being pink. But maybe that would compete with the pink tongue. Her eyes are naturally red. I guess I'll just start with red and you can always change it. That's what's great about digital coloring. Clip it. Not that it really matters that much. I mean, I guess maybe a little bit on the side, but not really. As usual, I like to draw to the edges, beyond the edges, and then erase away so I can be sure there's not some little tiny pixel being missed right at the edge where the color hits the line. Okay, maybe I don't need to zoom in that far. It's a little bit too far. And now erase away. That's it. Oh, nope, look at that. I almost missed a little bit. Oh, there's a little bit there too. I'll move that stroke layer over here in a second too to double check. Double check my edges. This is actually a nice color. I think maybe I'll leave it red. It's going to be really fun to color these heart eyes. Alright, moving the effects layer, that stroke over. Let's turn it on so we can actually see it. I was like, what? Did I like perfectly erase? No way. It wasn't on. It was not on yet. Let's change the color of the stroke actually so it's not so similar to the colors we're using in the piece. Let's make like neon green or something. Some color that's totally different. It's a little too light. There. the other one. It's probably fine, these little bits, these little lumps sticking out, but it's always surprising what one little pixel out of place will do when you shrink an image down very small. It's part of the reason why I'm such a stickler about keeping the images clean. I remember when I first started building my own websites, this was ages ago. And then I'd be like, yeah, look at this, great, I made the transparent background .ping. I'd put it on my website, and there'd be all these little dots that you couldn't see in Photoshop, but once you put it on that specific color of the website's background, it just looked like this dirty mess, like your screen was dirty. It was those kind of little dots. That's what first made me come up with this idea of, well, let's just use the stroke layer to make sure there's no secret pixels sitting around waiting to ruin your website. Of course, it doesn't ruin it, but I've always had a sort of professionalism inside of me. Like, I want it to look really nice, as good as I can make it. Having those little specks it doesn't look as good as I can make it to me. Alright, time to do the black fur. Where's my alt map? Second from the bottom. I believe it'll be this color. Oh, it didn't select it. Oh, because I have to be selected in this image? Are they? It's not working. Oh, because I'm on the eraser tool. There we go. Man, I hope it wasn't erasing. Don't erase stuff. Ah, yeah, it was. Don't do that. That was my bad, though. I didn't realize I was on the wrong tool. Well, I didn't realize that you have to be on the right tool. That hold down alt thing is still new to me. New to me this year. Alright, what color did I call this? Just black fur, I think? Oh, I just called it black. Okay. You know what, though? It is so close to break time. Actually, less than a minute now. I'm going to stop here so that I'm not stopping right in the middle or carrying on past my break time. Wednesday's stream, my back was so bad, I do not want to push it. I've been feeling better since yesterday. And today my back feels all right. It feels like normal. But I don't want Tuesday's back. Or Wednesday's back. Wednesday's back was really rough. It was really rough. So let's save this. And I'm going to bring up my be right back screen and mute my mic. I'll be back in 5 minutes. everyone, I'm back. I had a most excellent break. I hope you did too. I decided to actually go outside and step into my backyard and see some butterflies, do some dynamic stretching, like swinging my arms and legs and my head around. I'm feeling very refreshed, and it's so nice to go outside because then my eyes can adjust to a completely different kind of light, and so that really gives them a break from looking at the screen, which is light just pouring directly into my eyes and then my lamps and stuff in here. So I am ready to get back to work. Alright, what we did last was the heart eyes, and now we're moving on to the black fur. So I've got my reference here, and yeah, I guess let's just start from the top. This is some of the toughest parts of coloring Ranger, is the fur, because not every drawing I do of her looks exactly the same, and so placing the fur pattern is like a little bit different each time. Oops, I did not clip this layer. Okay, so watch this. All this stuff that I drew outside of the lines, clip it, boom, disappears. The data is still there, so that if for some reason I wanted to unclip it, it would be visible again. But that's so handy. I love that. I'm not sure, but I think that's why Clip Studio Paint is called Clip Studio Paint. It's the other program I use quite a bit for my artwork. Oh, should I do this? Should I erase away? Yeah. So I'm gonna just roughly get the black put into place and then erase away. This makes it so much easier to do that. Get the majority of it on the canvas, and then we'll do some detail work. Oh, it's coloring into the eyes. Well, I'll have to erase that too. Ooh. Alright, so how does it work here? It meets with this red, but then there's a bit of white underneath. So maybe we'll do a shape like that. And then it's not really on the cheeks so much. Sort of round shape. What if we do this? This little curve, something like that. Yeah, that seems good. And then underneath is all completely black. This sort of bib shape with the red. It really doesn't want to draw down here. I'm moving my cursor along, but it's not doing anything. I'm hearing my fans on my PC work harder, and it makes me think, let's save. Just in case something happens again. That was really weird earlier. I didn't want that to happen again. thinking about what I should move on to next because I could go back to the red to clean that up. I could clean up the black first. I suppose cleaning up the black first will be best. I didn't even put enough black up here. So let's zoom in. Get the eraser and start smoothing out these lines. Like here, let's bring a little more black into it. It's nice since this is a fluffy, fuzzy part of the ear. It's okay if it's not exactly the same because sometimes your hair lays differently one day to another. So it'll be the same thing here. Alright. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's move over here. Smooth these lines and erase away any extra. Another thing I did on my break was put some eye drops in. The eye with the contact lens. It's starting to feel really itchy. It's still feeling a little bit itchy, but it's better now that I've got a little moisturization in. It's been so annoying recently with allergies, wearing contacts with allergies, that I tried just not wearing the contacts for a few weeks. Then I started getting migraines with aura, which means there's sort of, well, there's an aura, and it's, for me, it's like right in the middle of my vision. I still have peripheral vision, but I can't see anything out of the middle. It looks like someone rubbed petroleum jelly right in the middle of my eye, and then of course it's followed in the hours after that by a severe pain migraine, and I realized that it was only happening in the eye that I wear a contact for. So I'm like, I gotta go back to the contact lenses and deal with having allergies with wearing contacts. It's so annoying. But I would rather deal with like an itchy, scratchy eye than with a full-blown, super painful migraine and not being able to see properly. So I decided the trade-off was worth it. And I've been good and wearing my contact ever since. I just didn't realize that there are just as many annoyances wearing contact lenses as there are wearing glasses. There's definitely a benefit for me wearing contacts versus glasses because I only need correction in one eye. So that definitely is a big point in the favor of the contact lenses. But I figured, naively of course, that switching from glasses to contacts would solve all my problems and I wouldn't have any annoying things to deal with. But nope, it's just a different kind of, completely different set of annoyances. It is definitely better for my marathon training and other physical activity. It's better these days in the summer when it's all super bright outside for a long time because it's easier to wear sunglasses. So there's definitely plenty of perks. Let's see. So it looks like in this version here on the left of my screen, the very first Ranger emote I made, I just colored this completely in black around her mouth. But in this version, I had been imagining shading it. So I think I'll put this same gray color. Was I using it in the nose too? I'll put this same gray color in the mouth where the gums are black. Didn't think about it until now. I think that's definitely the way to go. This is open even more than the mouth in the reference I'm using. That previous emote has the mouth open, but not this big gaping smile like this. Axie, hello! Welcome back! How's it going? Are you staying cool over there? You said it's getting hotter. It's pretty warm here today. Admittedly, I got started late on my run. I usually try to do it first thing in the morning, but because of all those technology issues I was telling you about, I didn't get going for quite a while, and by the time I got out there, I was like, man, this is surprisingly hot. I was glad I had a shady sidewalk to run on. I was doing stride repeats, which is practices your cadence, which is your steps per minute. So it was a lot of just running down one way and running back down the other way. It wasn't like a big long loop or something. So I could just stay in the shade. I'm so glad you noticed. Hello, Cursor. Oh, and thank you. Yay! I hope that you will make great use of this once it's ready and available as an emote. And of course, anybody else who has access. I love seeing people using the emotes that I made. It makes me so happy. Oh, it's hard to choose how to clean up down here. What I want to do is give a little few hatching marks to show the change from fur pattern to fur pattern, because it's all one big coat of fur that she's got, and it's just the color is different. And so as the colors meet, there's little intermingling of these different colors. I suppose what I could do is erase away these big circle marks on her eyebrows. Do that next. I think I actually want to add a little bit more black to the middle first. Okay, now let's erase away. Ah, that's the best. That's my favorite part of summer, actually. Being late at night, and it was so hot, but to feel the cool after it being so hot is just a unique kind of... It's almost like it's a different temperature. Even though the thermometer says, 20 or whatever. But it feels different when it was hot all day first. Yeah, I love that. I have such good memories of summer break when I was in grade school. And that feeling of staying up late. Reading fan fiction was a huge thing. Reading fan fiction while the cool summer evening breeze wafted in my window. I really love the shape I got here. I'm having a little bit of trouble mimicking it, but I'll just keep adding and subtracting until it seems like a good reproduction. It doesn't have to be 100% the same, but if I can get it overall, that's pretty close. How's that? Let's erase this away again. Oh, so close. There's something about right here that is bothering me. I'm looking over at the navigator as well to see what it looks like when it's smaller. Something here doesn't seem quite as smooth as it could be. Getting really close though. I think erasing a little bit more on this side could help. So close. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm reminding myself, doesn't have to be perfect. Oh. Oh no! Oh, I was so afraid. It seemed like it was stuck and I thought my computer was freezing again. Let's save real quick. Oh, I was so worried. Man, I have Windows Update turned on and everything, so it should be automatically getting updates and stuff. Of course, maybe sometimes I find the updates actually make the computer slower. Man, now I'm going to be paranoid anytime my computer has a little delay. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I can't be satisfied with this shape. Oh! I think I did it. It's not like a mirror image, and that's not what I'm going for. But I feel like now when I'm looking here and looking at them together, that looks nice and organically symmetrical. Let's save that. Yay! What else to erase away from the black? Or shall we just go into the red for a bit? What else we could erase here? Oh, here's that. Cream is showing through. I need to bring the black back and do a little. Oh, that's too much. Something like that, maybe. On here, it's pretty clean already. I'll just do this. Well, now that I did that side, I like that pointiness. So I've got to change my hand angle in order to get that taper effect. Close. All right, good enough. Let's stick with good enough. Let's not get hung up trying to make it absolutely perfect. It actually causes more trouble than it helps, I think. Getting too fixated on. Is this line the best it can possibly be? Sometimes it's just better that the line is there at all. I think that works. Of course, I may have to change it once I go into this red fur color. So I have not, for instance, all this stuff needs to go. Just needs to be a little texture here where it meets the cream fur. Let's try to finish the black fur and then we'll see what it looks like. Getting there, but my eraser, why doesn't it undo all the way? It just undoes one. Why is my undo button not working the way I'd like? I don't have time to figure it out. I just want to keep working on this. Man, speaking of hot, it's getting quite warm in here. I'm gonna take a second. Gotta walk around the other side of my desk, but I have a little fan under my desk to help cool me on summer days like this. Hopefully it's not too annoying on the stream, but I am starting to sweat, so even though I'm just sitting here. low. Hopefully that's not an annoying sound for this stream, but I gotta cool down. I'm just sitting here. And my studio is in the basement too, so this is as cool as it gets. Ah, okay. Ah, I can already feel a difference. Nice cooling air on me legs. Okay, back to what I was doing. I don't understand. I don't understand why my undo button isn't working the way I expect. It's so frustrating. I'm trying to help the red transition into the black fur here on the corners. Okay, I think that looks, we'll do it like that. This doesn't look quite the same as the other side. Oh, that's right, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. What happened to it? Alright. I don't know if I like that last one. Oh, why doesn't this side look as nice as the other side? What's the difference? Brown, bah, boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's call that good. That's good. It's fine. It's fine. I actually want to add a little bit more black here. Smooth this line out. I'm looking at my navigator again. See what the overall effect is. I think I want to add a few more of these erase lines going down. What's it look like if I add a few more? For some reason the right side, right, it doesn't work. The right side is looking nicer than the left. Or vice versa. Not sure why I can't get the other side to look the same. Oh, that's a bit better. Okay. Yeah, maybe I just need to do this. Clean up these little fingers of black that's still sticking out. Let's save. I want to remember to save. Maybe turning this fan on will help my PC. My PC has those amazing strong fans. Sometimes they let themselves be heard on stream, but they didn't come on when my PC was frozen earlier. Maybe it got so hot that it froze before the fans could kick in or something. Okay, let's go back down to the fur red color. I feel ready to work on this now. This oval isn't very symmetrical, so I'll try to help that out. Again, this is organic fur patterns. So it doesn't have to be 100% absolutely perfectly symmetrical, but I'd like it to be a little bit more than what it currently is. Whoa, wrong color. I forgot that I need to switch colors. There we go. I didn't do on the Hello Ranger here. I'm thinking of doing it here. Well, it's not on my other older one either. Having more of these little hatch marks moving out from this oval. Yeah, it makes sense. Lexi says we're probably software rather than hardware. That does make more sense. It froze when I tried to click on history here. And then just everything got stuck. It was even stuck with, see how it highlights history when I hover over it. It was stuck with that highlighted, so I feel like that really was the straw that broke my camel PC back. Though it's weird, it's not like asking to look at the history is a very intense activity. Who knows? May it not happen again. I feel like for Christmas this year I need to ask for a bunch of computer stuff. I need a new laptop. Maybe I need more RAM or a new processor for this PC. I guess since I didn't do it on any of these other emotes or other drawings of Ranger, I won't add those little hatch marks to this oval here. Alright, that seems good. Oh, there's plenty more to erase here. All of this is supposed to be cream fur. Sort of erasing away like this with hatching so that hopefully the overall effect is a layer of cream fur poking over the layer of red fur. Of course, it's going to be so small when it's a, let's see, it'll probably be like this size, so yeah, you can't even see that. But whatever. Like I said at the beginning, you never know what you use this for later. Okay, so for the red on the sides, what I imagined was the muzzle is actually covering it up. So I don't want it to end with this round bit. I want it to end looking like it continues on, but behind the muzzle. So I'm going to extend it out. And then erase away in the shape of the muzzle. And I'm going to erase under the eyes well, because there's supposed to be a distinct white pattern under the eyes here. So we'll just have it follow the shape of the heart eyes. Oh, yay! That's the exact effect I wanted. I'm looking over here. Let's save. That's the theme today. Save before anything happens. Okay. The last bit of red to work on is up here. And now that I've done the black, I want to add more red first. Because it's a fairly even line of red rimming the ears. Oh, look, I see a little bit of black that I didn't get. Oop. Eventually I'll put this stroke effect on these layers for that final check, but I don't feel like doing that yet. May as well get it finalized and then do stuff like that. Okay. Alright, hold on. I'm feeling thirsty. Let me get my water. Oh, there's a tiger butterfly outside my window floating around. That is something I love about summer. The butterflies are... The yellow and black tiger butterflies just soaring around outside my window. Refreshed. I am refreshed. Okay. Let's erase away. Make this look like fuzzy fur. Some of it I think I'll actually paint more on to get the fuzzy fur, but let's erase away first. Okay, other ear. So here I feel like this little patch of fur, it'll be white. So we're just going to erase straight back to that point. About a little bit here. Let's make this more round. Maybe not quite so thick, even though I just added it, but actually the rest looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is get the brush back. Just add some strokes coming out like this. Because the fur goes inward, so since this red fur is closer to the outside of the ear, it would be covering the white fur. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Am I ready to lock these pixels? I think I'm ready to lock. No, wait, let's check. Okay, let's move the effects layer onto the fur red. Zoom in, look for any stray pixels. Clean those up before we lock the pixels. I actually love this green color with this pinkish red. It looks nice. Has the 90s, early 90s color scheme vibe to me. Oh, look at this, little stray one all by himself. Gotcha. Oh, here's another one. Okay, excellent. So we'll move this onto the black layer and then lock the pixels for the fur red layer because we're good with those. Oh, let's save again. It just came into my head, so let's do it. Okay. Now let's check the black layer for any stray bits. Man, this green looks great with the black color too. It's nice doing this stroke technique to look for pixels isn't just for stray pixels. It can help you clean up other little areas that are just uneven, or maybe a little strip of color that you didn't notice wasn't quite erased, or oops, I erased too much, or that you didn't realize wasn't fully colored in. There. Back to the eraser. Oh, here's a couple little stray dots stacked on top of one another. Oh, that's alright. Leave that. This edge, I'll bring that out a little bit more. Just to make sure it's underneath the lines there. The inked lines. Okay, that's good. Did I put it on the eye red layer? I think I did. Yeah, because it's already clearly been cleaned up, and I already did the pink layer because it's locked. So that means we can just delete this stroke effect and lock the black pixels, the eye red pixels, and start shading. Yay! Though, let's start on the cream layer, I think, since it's the bottom one. I don't remember which color I selected to be this color. Alright, this is a time where I like to use the color picker instead of the alt trick, because if you pick this color, then you click OK. Hello? Pick that color, please. Thank you. And you click OK. There we go. Then you open it again. Now that color is displayed here at the bottom, which is your current color, and then you can compare. So yeah, this color is the same. This color is the same. So that means our next darkest color is actually this one. So it's that weird optical illusion. Like, to me, this color on the top of Ranger's head looks lighter than this one down by her muzzle, but we just verified with the color picker that this one and this one are the same. But it's because it's what's next to it. So what's next to this one? A darker one and this lighter one, but this one only has darker ones next to it. So anyway, now I have verified I have the right first shadow color. So we definitely want the brush. The lighting I will do the same as I did over here, as you can see from this patch on her forehead. It's basically from the front and above her. Which means we can actually use this as a reference for the lighting as well. So definitely this whole thing, all gonna be colored in. I could go into a really big brush. Big brush, and then we'll erase away. The teeth are the same color, the same cream color, so I'll shade them as I'm doing this too. I want to just get everything down here, even if it's covered up, just in case. Who knows what edits I might make for some reason. Who knows? Okay. It's not quite even here, but do I like this or this one? Maybe this one. So we'll erase. Oh, that's a very small eraser. Let's use a bigger eraser. Oh, okay, see you in a bit. Just saw Xy's message. Be right back. Oh, no. That's right. You can't erase. You have to just go back to the previous color. No more eraser tool. Only paintbrush tool from now on. I have to remember that. It's like doing oil or acrylic painting now, because of the fact that I'm painting on the same layer instead of making a new layer for each color. That's even enough, I think. I say that and then, okay. Now it's too far. Oh, right. We just switch colors. What if I just take this one in? it good. I actually have the shading curving around the side here, so I suppose we'll do the same thing here. So even though I just worked so hard to make those even, I'm covering it up anyway. I'll take some back though. Like this. Oh, maybe that's a little too much. I keep looking at my navigator since the image is smaller, and then I can have a better sense of how even the shading is looking. I think that's good though. So now I think with the way the head is tilted up, over here we have shadow because the eyes are, you know, sunken in a little bit under the brow bone. But here her head is tilted upways, so I think the light would be hitting all this area. I don't think there would be any shadow here. But we'll still have shadow on the inside of the ears. Ah, and I see I colored in the teeth with that bright color again, so let's get the teeth back down to the shadow color. Oh, and another area where I think we would have some shadow color is just under the edge of the lip. Like this. And then here where this part, I'm not sure what this little line is called here, but it always dips in a little teeny tiny bit, it seems to me, from all the dogs I've drawn over the years. Yeah, I think that's good. Actually, I wonder if maybe a little bit more would be even better. Especially since it's going to get so small once we shrink it down to emote size. Okay, good. We'll leave that there. Let's go to the ears. To be honest, this part of the process always gives me a little anxiety. It's not like coloring a coloring book, and just I have to make a lot of creative decisions here, and it's kind of tough. Because there's no right decision. There's no, it's not a color by number or something. I'm making it up as I go along, literally. Just deciding as I go. This little tuft of fur catching lots of light. Okay, let's call that good. And what's next? The next darker color. So, let's see, alt, right? Yep. And this color. Okay, I think that looks right. That looks darker than the one in the background. Hold on a sec. My throat suddenly feels thirsty again. Ah. Okay. So areas where the darker shadow will be is mostly down here. Probably where the muzzle will be casting a shadow. I think that'll be a big portion of this color. So I'll make the brush bigger. Well, maybe not that big. I'll take it down. Completely cover this oval pattern down here. And yeah, maybe this little bit here too. Ah, it's looking cuter and cuter. So let's switch back to that lighter shadow color. Clean up this edge. And then we'll do a few hatches. Just a little bit of light coming in here. We can even do the same thing with the opposite color on these edges, these corners. There. I love doing that because it's mostly cell shaded look with the hard edges, but then you add those few little bits of hatching and it makes it look like a fur texture. So we actually have a really dark color in the middle of the ears. I don't think we'll be getting that super dark color for this one because, again, her head is facing up more toward the light source, so more light will be getting in here. But, oops, I didn't mean to zoom in that much. I do think we would see a little bit in here. Oh, excuse me. But instead of this super dark color, we'll just continue to use this second shadow color. And I'm just gonna pop it in here. This is the part where it starts going into the ear canal, so just a little bit here, and then I'll paint back over it with the lightest color, I think. Something like that. Same thing over here. So you've got to select the lightest color again, bring it back. Okay, let's save. I haven't saved in a couple minutes. I've been minorly traumatized by losing part of my progress earlier when my computer froze. Oh, I went onto the pink layer, but no, now let's add the highlight color. So this highlight color right here, we're gonna have quite a bit of it on this one, because of the way it's angled upwards. Just a really nice big brush. Ooh. Yeah, something like that. But I don't think it'll be in the ears, just hitting right here. Because this part is angled toward the light source, but the ears are still sort of parallel with the light source almost. Can do a little bit here where the muzzle could be catching some light. And maybe just a little line right next to this red fur to really get the point across that it's being covered up by the muzzle. I got that one good, and I don't really like this one, so let's fix that one a little bit more. I didn't do any shading in the mouth with the teeth. Definitely need that. I'll leave the canines looking a little brighter because they're closer to the light. But these ones are going farther and farther back into the mouth, away from the light. In fact, let's pull this darkest color after all. Just put in here. Actually, this extra dark color I think is a little too harsh. We'll bring it back to this color here. It's too much. It'll just come up with a completely new third shadow color. This looks nice, I think. The light hitting the outside of the canines there. My idea is this third tooth is completely in shadow. Second tooth is partially shaded with that darkest color. And then the shading on the canines is the same color as the sort of highlight color on the second farthest back tooth. That does make me feel like I need yet a darker color for the farthest back teeth. So let's try this. Yeah, I think that works. It's good enough anyway. I had an idea. I'm gonna do this. I always say that, good enough, and then I keep working. No, I really do like that though. That's safe. It's the theme for today. The mantra for today is, let's save. Should be my mantra every day, but I usually forget. I'm done with the cream color now? Oh, hey, what do you know? It's break time again. Perfect timing. Finish the cream color and it is the exact moment, exact minute for break time. Okay. I'm gonna get up, walk around, stretch, rest my eyes. I hope everyone will take the opportunity to do the same. I'll be back in 5 minutes. everyone, I'm back. Hope you had a great break. I did. Oh, it's almost way too late now, but I just realized that Bumble D followed me an hour ago. Thank you very much if you're still watching. Time to work on the red, no, on the pink. We have an hour of stream to go. Well, a little less now that I've taken my break. I really hope we can finish this. There's not too much left to do. This shading, then color the lines, and then make it into the emotes. And of course I can just do the make it into emotes after the stream while I'm uploading my videos to YouTube, so I still have plenty of chance of getting it done, even if the final work is off stream. Did I get that pink? Yes, and I want to capture this base pink color in case I need to switch back to it. Okay, so we're just keeping in mind the light source, which is in front and above. Probably actually not too much light hitting the tongue. The tongue is sticking out a little bit, but for the most part will be shaded by the top part of the mouth. And in fact, as the tongue lolls out of the mouth, it might be curling under and catching more shadow. Casting, I guess. You catch light and cast shadow. I never thought about that. And it makes sense. You cast a shadow, so to cast something is to send it away from you. You catch light. To catch something is to receive something that's sent to you. I never thought about that before. It makes logical sense that they're opposites. Alright, so, yeah, I really like how that looks over here, too. Next layer. It's so nice. The tongue is just this one little piece. It's so fast. Next layer of shadow is this. I hope I got the right color. Looks like it. It's coming down the middle, going all the way back to where the tongue would go down into the throat. And then a little bit more just because it's getting so dark back here in the back part of the mouth. There's not as much light making it in, even with this big wide smile. Yes, looks great. Looks great. Shading anime style tongues is so rewarding. That was kind of weird, but it totally is. Okay, we do want this nice bright highlight because the tongue, oh, it didn't actually capture it. Come on. The tongue is going to be nice and moist to show that Ranger is alive and well. Oh. Okay, I think it looks great. I think it looks great. Alright, done with that. Fur red. Select the color. Let's see, this is the... I'm going to have to do this comparison thing again. So first we select the main color here. And I think... So now it's set as the current color. And then you can compare. I think this color... Yes, this color here, because if I select that, then it changes right here in the new box. This is that main color. So the color we want next is this one. It's so easy down here. This is obviously going to be super dark. I don't even actually need to color it in down here because it's so dark, but I'm just going to do it anyway so I don't forget. This will be completely covered once again with the darker color, I think. Oh, though there may be a little light hitting here, so maybe it won't be. For now, whole thing covered in that shadow color. And then it's great. We've already got these lines here from the cream that we can use as guidelines for where to place this shadow color for the red. Where else? Do some hatching in the ears here. For one, we're just going to make it darker down toward the bottom. But as we move up, we're also just showing that there's texture here. Fur texture. That's good. This will go by a lot faster than I thought. Next darkest color. So we already have, what's this one? There we go. And yeah, I like the idea of having a little bit out on the edges, not being completely shaded. I put shaded and shadow together into a single word. It becomes shaded. Shaded. It's a little light hitting from the outside. Curving around the side of the face here to hit. Oop, right there. That's the idea anyway. So just add a little hatching. In fact, let's hold this color back and add a little more hatching coming in toward the chest. Nice. Me like it. Me like it. Anywhere else I need this super dark color? Maybe just a little bit in the ears. Copy it back. Put some up in here. Mostly right here, just so it's not so uniform. I want that nice furry texture. That's right, my undo button doesn't work. You know, it's because I had to uninstall and reinstall Photoshop without preferences in order to fix that printer issue. So I bet I had changed some option and now I don't know what it was. Blast Photoshop. You have so many good things about you and so many problems. I think that's good. Let's move on to the eyes. So these are just going to be big cartoony eyes. Cartoony hearts. So the shading will probably be even easier than over here, but I want to check. So it's this color, I think? Yes. So this is the next darkest color. We're going to shade it as if they're just big hearts on her face. Which is really fun. It's fun doing stuff. It's fun doing stuff that's not naturalistic all the time. It's fun to do cartoony stuff sometimes. Something about this one is not quite what I wanted. It's a little too high right here, I think. Bring that down. And then make this nice sharp point again. Yay! This is great. I'm actually going to bring this shadow up a little bit more, so that there's room for a secondary layer of shadow below it. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so the next color, the next darkest color is this one. I think I selected that. I think I'll just put it on the outside, or maybe I should put it only on the inside. We'll put it on both sides. There's a thin little strip of this darkest color. Okay, time for the highlight color. And I think I'll use a no, you know, I'll use white like I did here. I use pure white here. One of the few places I use pure white is in the shinies in the eyes. But first, let's get these nice highlights onto the heart. Oh! It didn't actually select the color I wanted. Okay, now I think it did. There we go. Oh, it looks so good. It's so big, juicy heart eyes. I actually think, right, my undo button doesn't work. That's gonna drive me crazy. Should I fix it now or should I just try to do it later? Hold on. I'm gonna just see if I can search in the settings for undo and maybe I can... General. Search preferences. Undo. Don't undo just a single thing. No results found. No. Okay. I'm gonna search. I can't take this anymore. Okay, Adobe. I'm typing with one hand. It's kind of hard. Creative Cloud. Undo preferences. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Undo multiple times. Because if I search undo preferences, it might search for like, how do I undo my changes to my preferences? No. I want the preferences that are related to undo. From the edit menu, select undo, name of the recent action, or press Ctrl Z. Each click reverses one. No, it doesn't. Continue clicking undo. It doesn't work like, it's not working like that. Oh, this is Adobe Captivate Classic. This is not the program I'm looking. Okay, Adobe Photoshop. My bad. I did not specify the program. How to undo in Photoshop multiple times. Yes, that's what I want to do. I see. So there's people talking about undo is just, so Control Z or undo is just toggling from undo and redo. I don't want that. Multiple undo not working. Maybe this one will explain it. I don't want to watch a video. I just want to read about it. Someone answer this. Adobe changes shortcut to Control Z. Okay. Where do I find my shortcuts? Is it in here? I don't think it is. I have to put the shortcut back. Keyboard shortcuts. So frustrating that they do this. So I chose as use legacy undo, but I guess that's not exactly what it is. It's, I wanted to get Control Y to be redo the way it used to be. I hate that they change it when you've done it for decades the one way, and then they're like, no, we're going to change it so that it's different. Ah, my workflow is completely ruined. I have to learn a new thing for no good reason. Okay, sorry about my complaining, but I'm feeling very frustrated, so... Edit, undo, redo. Yeah, that's, I don't want it to be undo, redo. I just want it to be undo only. How do I change it? Delete? Oh, add shortcut. How do I change what it does, though? Control Z is what I want it to be. Yeah? How do I change this one? I have to delete it. Delete shortcut. I don't want or undo redo. I just want undo. How do I do that? Are? Okay, add shortcut. Are? It's not letting me do it. Maybe it's under something else. Maybe it's because I turned on Legacy. No! I hate that. Okay. Wish I could search in here, but I can't. I just want undo to be Control Z and redo to be Control Y. That's all I want. It is really not that hard of an ask, I think. I think I do have to do it. Okay. I'm going to turn off the Legacy undo. I'm doing this. I'm gonna fix this right now. It's driving me crazy. I gotta close these. What? Did I change this? I don't think I did. Or if I did, I didn't mean to, so I'm gonna say no. This one I do want to save if it asks. Yes, we do want to save this one. Now we gotta close Photoshop for the second time on purpose, third time not on purpose today during this stream. What an unusual stream. Okay. And that back up. Want to open this? Come on. And go to keyboard shortcuts. Under edit. Oh yeah. So I did it to myself, but I hate this. I don't want this. Control shift. Blah, 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 blah. Don't like it. Control Y. Classic. Yes, I do not want it to do this. And so I keep accidentally changing from CMYK to RGB because I'm just trying to redo so that I can... It's so easy to do Control Z, Control Y, Control Z, Control Y to check. To do that undo redo thing. But I don't want to do that all the time. Yes, I do want this. Except go to conflict. I don't need anything to be that. That can stay nothing. Hooray! Hooray! This is all I wanted. Undo, Control Z. Redo, Control Y. Simple, easy. I am completely at ease now. I try my best to be accepting of changes in technology applications because sometimes it's good to roll with the punches as far as that goes, because if you stick to the old way, you're just going to be left behind. But the thing with the Control Z, Control Y thing that bothers me is that other programs still use Control Y as redo. So I don't know why Adobe has to be different. Exy, how's it going? You hear me complaining some more? It's going well now that I have my settings the way I want. So sorry you had to come back in the middle of my rant. I do feel so much better now, though. We're almost done, actually. Just got to finish this eyes, the black part, and then color the lines, and we'll be done with this. I had to take 15 minutes out to fix those dang keyboard shortcuts. But now that they're done... So I actually don't want this. I thought that it might be better to do really big highlights on here. Wait, gotta get this color back that I had. This one right here. Oh, I guess I already had it selected. Or at least no. Grab the highlight. Grab the highlight right here, please. There we go. Now you can tell the difference. Oh, I'm just... Wait, what? That was weird. It was staying stuck on the eyedropper tool. Very weird. Okay, now I'm gonna see what it's like if I put some really big fat highlights on it. Okay, I don't know if it needs to be 2. That's a little bit too much. What if I do something like that? Yeah, it's kind of getting there. Whoop. No. Oh, that might work. Maybe if I make it even bigger. Oh, that's too big. Why does this happen? Come on, come on. Oh. Hey, grab this. Oh, it thinks I'm trying to write. No, I'm not trying to write. Oh my goodness. No! Let me grab this slider bar. I want to grab the slider bar. Why is it doing this? Now I have to find that setting that's making it type. It's thinking that I'm trying to write a letter in there, but I'm trying to grab... Fine, I'll do it with my mouse. It's so weird. My cursor is right there. Today, I just have a technology curse. I guess I'm cursed with bad technology. Look. Oh, that's nice. Maybe that's what I needed to do. This little heart shape. Oh, super close. Yeah, I'll do this. Now, did I have... Yeah, I have a completely separate layer for the white. So let's do that. New layer for the white highlights. And we'll just get pure white for a little... Oh, that's too big on that side. Oops. Maybe make it a little smaller. Do a little bloop on the other side. Oh, maybe that's a little too much. I kind of like that. Now we're on to the black fur. So this is definitely the main color. So this will be the secondary shadow color. Go to a nice big brush again. Just color it all in. That dark color down here. Once again, we can use the shadow lines from the cream to dictate where the shadow should hit on the black. I think that's why doing that first couple layers gives me the most anxiety, because they're deciding things for all the other layers that come after. Ah, we definitely want to make this nosy nice and dark. How's it going with you, Exie? Your Saturday has begun. So it's just, what, like half an hour or something? Or is it an hour and a half? I hope it's starting out nice. Can't wait until it's evening here. And nice and cool. It's starting to get hot again, even though I have my little fan running and stuff. So most of the mouth, I think, will be dark. But I wanted to have a little bit of indication. These areas are like the gums, so they're actually kind of moist. And they always have this like floppy texture to them, so that's why I'm adding sort of almost random looking dotted lines. Half an hour. Oh, good. Yeah. Can't wait to start my weekend. I'm going to put a little bit of shading here. Same thing on this side. So is 0.5 count plural or singular? Always second case. It's not multiple, but it's not full single thing either. Oh, and you're making your daily design. Nice. Well, let's see. 0.5. Let me think. It's been Saturday for 0.5 hours for me. Yeah, it is still plural, even though the number itself, the 0.5, is not plural. But since 5 by itself is plural, grammatically it's treated as a plural number, if that makes sense. And in fact, even with 1, if you say it's been 0.1 hours, it's still, so even the number 1, so I'm not sure about that one. Why? Because you would say it's been 1 hour. So I guess if it's not 1, any other number is counted is grammatically treated as a plural. I'm not a linguist, so I don't know exactly why that evolved to be, but that was an interesting question. How's your daily design going? What's the theme? Do you have a theme for it? I just realized this little white dot has a little tail on it. I don't want it to have a tail. Ah, no! I want it to be white. Why did you choose white? There. So that it's round. Right, maybe I'll just erase it and draw it again. There. That's good enough. Okay, go back to the black fur. Stop getting distracted, me. Let's finish this today. The Calling. Oh! Sounds similar to our discussion yesterday. Is it inspired by that? Haha, yes. Nice. Nice. You wanted to share it. I'd love to see what you come up with when you're done with it. I know it's a lot of extra work to always share it everywhere because I hate sharing my artwork everywhere, even though how will anyone see it if I don't share it? So don't feel obliged or anything. It's too much work. Do what's easiest for you. Ah, nice. Oh, okay, good. Yay! Figuring out how to shade these ears is a little bit tough because I don't have a reference for any of this, so I'm just sort of trying it, seeing if it looks good. Ah, me too. Yay, we're the same. When you work hard on something, you want to share it. And you are working hard on that project, too. I know I said it before, but it really is impressive to keep working on the same project for as long as you have been doing it. Alright, I think that's good enough for the ears. Let's move down. We're still on this other color, so now I think we're ready to move on to the next darkest color for the black fur. How are we on time? Oh, we have plenty of time. Yay! I really want to finish this on stream. But I don't want to have to stream a whole bunch of extra or something because I'm really looking forward to my Friday night routine, which is make some delicious ramen with mushrooms and broccoli, wakame, some kimchi, miso paste, and then sit down and watch Natsume Yuujincho. And then play Animal Crossing after I'm done eating. It's my standard Friday night routine. I love it. Now let's get a lot more black in the mouth here. This is awesome. This looks a lot more like a real dog's mouth. And I'm not even looking at a reference, so I'm so proud of myself. Well, I have so much experience with dogs. I don't really need a reference for something like this. Let's actually add a little bit of this really dark shading here, though, where the tongue is hanging down. And the teeth, too, might be blocking some light. There. It's so nice. Really gives a lot of depth, especially when I'm looking over here in the navigator. Those little triangles of darker color added huge depth to the mouth. Okay. I wonder if I should completely shade in down here with this darker color. Oh, I remember I did this with the red, so let's do the same thing with the black. We're on the edges. There's lighter color coming in, like wrapping around. Yeah. Forgot I did that. Wolf, welcome! Great to see you. Are you having another fabulous day on the beach? Waving my cursor at you as usual. Yay! So glad you could pop in. Hope you're doing well. Let's do a few more coming down like this. We'll take this lighter color again. Oh, last day. Oh, nice. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you think so. I hope you'll use it. Hope everybody will use it and have fun using it. Do you have to pack up today, or do you get to continue relaxing for the rest of the day and then it's pack up and leave tomorrow? I hope it's the latter so that you can fully enjoy your last days there. Well, last day. I don't need to worry too much about this area because it's just going to be cut off in the emote. So with that said, let's just let that be good enough. Let's let that be good enough. Oh, it looks nice, I think. Nice and fuzzy. Laundry and pack up this evening. Oh, well then, hopefully you'll have been relaxing enough anyway. You said it was the ocean beach, right? Did you see any cool, like, little crabs or anything? I always liked finding, when we'd visit my grandma in Santa Barbara, I liked walking along the beach. The beach was like, I don't know, a 15-minute walk from her house, and I love finding, I think they were mussels. There would always be so many mussels just sitting on the beach. We didn't do anything with them. I just liked finding them and seeing them. Oh, jellies. Interesting. I remember the first time I saw a jellyfish in the wild was when I was in Japan. The very first day last year in Osaka, there was this canal that connected to the ocean, and there were just jellyfish floating around. I had never seen such a thing before in real life. With my own 2 eyes. Alright, I think I'm ready for this final little patch of highlight on the top of the head. I'm just going to use a big brush for that. I got a little bit on here. I don't really want it on the ear there, because the ear is sort of parallel to the light source. But the head is, what is the term, perpendicular? Oh, and yeah, let's add the little highlight on the nosy. Wait, it's the wrong color. Highlight color on the nosy. Boop. I want it to be a nice even one. I don't want the taper necessarily. I'll just keep doing it until it seems alright. Oh, okay, I did it. But let's add few little dots, because puppy noses always have these little texture to them. That if you use dots, it looks really nice to express it visually. I'm going to go on the white layer too, because the nosy I want to be nice and healthy and moist for puppy nosy. we'll go back to the black layer. Oh, really? That's so nice. I've so often lived in landlocked areas, I don't get to enjoy the sea creatures as much. Do you have like a bunch of different kinds? How big are they? The ones I saw in Osaka were pretty big, like I would not want to swim in there. They're really long, like the umbrella part. I don't know what you call that sort of canopy part that looks like their head, I guess. I imagine it was like maybe a foot across or something, and then the tendrils just went out for feet, just lazily hanging out in the water there. Floating along, catching plankton or whatever they eat. Yes. Once again, looking at the navigator over here. I think the nosy looks really nice. It's the closest point to the viewer, except maybe this part of the tongue down here. So I like the idea of making it a little more detailed than usual. A wolf. Time for a jellyfish griffin sketch. Try to remind me during my next illustration stream and I'll do it. If I remember on my own, I'll do it too. That would be weird. That's a... Jellyfish is not a mammal or a bird. That'll be a fun exercise. So for the nostrils, I'm just going to completely color them in black because they are going deep into the head, into the sinuses, where no light can reach. Let's make those all the way black. Yeah, we're a vertebrate of any kind, not reptile, amphibian. Oh, Exy, you haven't seen the sea in a while. Oh, yeah, since I grew up landlocked, basically, except for those occasional trips with my grandparents to the Texas coast or something, and my other grandparents along the California coast. Just really occasional and so brief the times we actually spent in those areas, even during the whole trip. The first time I was with the sea a lot for an extended period was that cruise last year, and I was like, I love the sea. I loved being rocked by it. My favorite day on the ship was the day when it was rough, stormy weather, and you were just rocking back and forth the whole time, and there were like announcements like, please use the railing when you're walking in the halls so that you don't fall down. I think it's sort of probably the same part of me that loves thunderstorms more than anything else, definitely more than a sunny day. Okay, there's only 10 minutes left, but I think I'm done with doing the black highlight layer. Although I do have these little bitty, or the black, not just the highlight, all of the color shading and highlighting. But I just noticed these little marks here on the one I'm using for reference, and I like that, so let's add those over here too. Did I put any on the tips of the ears? I didn't, but I feel like maybe I should do it over here. It's so small though. Okay, I won't do it. So now all that I have to do is color the lines, and let's see if I can do it in 10 minutes. That would be sweet. What color do I want? We'll start with the color that's next to the black colors. Hopefully that's the right one. I don't know if I actually selected the right one. This color. Did you select that color? I think so. So first, whoa! Here's my picture. 0.07%. That is not what I meant to do. I just wanted to make it this big. And then make the brush gigantic so that I can quickly color in. Hopefully this isn't just pure black. It is. Select this color, please. How come it won't? There we go. Oh, there we go. Right here. It's really struggling. Maybe if I zoom in on this piece. Okay. Select this one, please. Did you do it? That's this. And that's that. Oh, I guess it's just black. Black? Okay, then never mind. We don't even have to do that. Oops, I'm on the wrong. This one. What ain't? Lock layer. Yeah, that is the last thing I did. Okay, we'll undo that. Okay, so this, I guess I kept the lines just pure black next to the... Oh, the calling is on the server! Oh, my Discord isn't open right now. Okay, I'm gonna finish this and then I will look at it when I'm done with this emote. Can't wait to see it, especially as it's inspired by our conversation yesterday. Now, is this a different color? Ah, I see what I did. So, it's going to be a little more complicated than I thought, but we can do this. We can do this. The lines are this dark blue, except near the really dark black fur color. Which makes sense. Already, just coloring the whole thing in gives it a softer look. Took me so many years to accept that idea. Yeah, it's about the same color down here, so I see why I did that. Okay, and we go back to plain old black. Oh, make this smaller. I'm trying to hurry. I really want to finish this today and post it today. Yes, that's all right there. Make it darker here. So we bring it up to this point, I think. Black up to this point. So go back to the other side and start up there and move down. We can actually make the brush bigger to make it faster. And see how the lines come back. You can see them again by adding black back onto them. There. Where else? Do I need to do it in here? I kind of think it's fine in here. Oh, there's a little bit that I missed though. We'll just do it on the teeth where it's really dark in the back. Wait, the teeth are going to have a completely different color line. So forget it. Forget that. Don't have to change that. Where else is next to really dark? Maybe nowhere else. Okay, sweet. We're looking back at this picture. Here, I'll open it. This takes up this whole space. Here's this color for the mouth. Oops, wrong image. There we go. Oh, I see. No. This should actually go on this area because it's the dark color for the cream fur color. I wonder if I should make this that color too then. think that's good. Outline on the teeth. Oh, I didn't do it over here, but wait, I did it on the front, I see, but not farther in the back. What about the tonguey? This is the tonguey color. Maybe I will stream a little bit extra. There's only 3 minutes until normal quitting time, but I really want to finish this. And the saving it and applying it to Twitch and stuff is not that interesting, so I'll do that off stream, but as long as I'm still actually coloring it, I'll keep streaming. It's so close, so close. Let me save. My PC fans are suddenly ramping up, and it makes me worried that my PC will freeze again like it did earlier. Every time it happens, I'm like, save, let's save, just in case. Let's see, is that good for the mouth? I think it is. Okay. Down here, I think I'm done with coloring all the lines, except for, I guess this might actually be better as this color, because it's closer to the cream fur. Do the same thing here too. No. Yep. Okay, good. So moving up. Outside lines I'm satisfied with. Maybe this one can be... here I do think I'll go all the way back to black, so that this one shows up in the middle of the nose here. And bring it down to the bottom of the lip as well. Yeah, we'll bring all these black lines back for the nose. At least up to this shadow point here. Ah! Rat time. I'll do my best to hurry. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining me. If you have to go, don't feel obliged to stay. I'm not going to keep you, especially since it's so late for you, Exie, as always. Oh, thank you for saying that. Ranger looks perfect. Hooray! I hope you'll enjoy using this emote once it's ready. There's really not very much left to do. We're just moving upwards with the coloring of the lines, so just a little bit left. It's really nice to soften the line color here when it's next to so much light colored fur. The eyes, I had them rimmed. I don't know if this is a different color, so let's copy it and see. Nope, it's the same color as this one up here. So let's zoom out a little bit. I think I got everything. Just want to double check, make sure there's no lines like right here where it really ought to be cream color or something like that. I got the inside of the ears. On this image there is a red outline, a reddish outline for the fur colors. So I suppose I'll take that and put it right here where the red is hitting the edge of the face. And you can barely tell the difference, but that's okay. I know it's there, so I'm satisfied. This will do the same thing here, as it's next to this red fur. I'm doing one more check. Also save. Save. I think she's done. I think we've got another emote, well, the art for it, done. Let me lift up my monitor. Tablet monitor. So I can look at it so it's not like right in my face. Make her a little bit smaller. Yeah! Save one more time just in case. Oh, I think she's done. I think she's good. It's 50% fill, and 50% is a little too big. There. Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I really hope you'll enjoy using this new emote. I'm going to end the stream and, well, we'll raid someone and then we'll end the stream. And while I'm uploading and doing my other post-stream work, I'll get this onto Twitch so you can use it on other people's streams as soon as it's up there. But before I do that, let me find someone to raid. Hopefully someone is streaming. It looks like it since I had a little notification icon. Oh, let's go see Margot Simone Art. Bob Ross is streaming too, but his chat is always insane, so I don't really like going over there. So. Alright. Open another instance of Twitch and yay! I do hope to see you next time, Exy. Oh, let me double check my calendar though. I think, is it next week? Okay. Yeah, next week I'm still on. It's the week after that I'm taking off for vacation. Alright, so let's rate Margot Simone Art. Make sure I spelled it right. I've seen what happens if you don't spell it right, but the account exists. That should be correct. So, boom. There it goes. Yay! So that's it for me this week. Thank you so much, everybody who joined me today. Also, the new follower that I got. I'm so grateful for you. I'll be back on Wednesday with some more illustration work. Hope to see you then. The raid is ready to go, so let's go! Yay! The raid worked. So if you're still here with me on my channel or watching the recording later, as I said, that's it for me today. I'll be back next Wednesday. Thank you for watching!